My, where did you get that lovely spatula?
Spatula City, we sell spatulas, and that's all.
Let me take you back to the days of yore, a simpler time when the weight of the world hadn't yet crushed Ranma Saotome's spirit. Back before a certain Jusenkyo curse ruined his life, he and his dad traveled the highways and byways of the world, making many acquaintances and friends. Ranma had a best friend by the name of Ukyo Kuonji, a young girl about the same age as he. She helped her dad bake and sell okonomiyaki for a living. Okonomiyaki is like Japan's version of pizza. Ranma and his dad, ever the weary travelers, would constantly heave free meals from the Kuonji's family business, much to Ukyo's dismay. Ukyo was a bit of a tomboy back in those days. In fact, because of the way she dressed, spoke, and acted, Ranma went through his whole childhood thinking that she was actually a he. One fateful day, the opportunistic Ranma Saotome made a deal with Ukyo's father and agreed to marry off Ranma to Ukyo and inherit the Kuonji family business as a dowry. To make a long story short, Ranma ran off with their cart and left Ukyo in the dust. As children, that was the last time Ukyo and Ranma saw each other. Emotionally scarred, Ukyo Kuonji turned her pain into passion. She denounced her womanhood and spent her young to adolescent years training to be the greatest warrior/okonomiyaki chef in the world, so that one day she could claim her revenge against the two infidels who caused her such heartache. Back to present day. One dark and rainy night, a dark figure appeared before Ranma Saotome, the figure of the child he left behind. Ukyo Kuonji! Hell hath no fury like this woman scorn! This is the byproduct of 10 years of tireless training, the countless hours she has spent perfecting her craft. She has matured into an unbreakable machine. Ukyo's skills as an okonomiyaki chef shine through the myriad deadly techniques in her arsenal. In the Ranma one-half tradition of unorthodox weaponry, her weapon of choice is the giant spatula, which allows her to scoop up her opponents like pizza pies, smack them flat like hamburgers, and squeeze the juice out of them. Her skills with the spatula are second to none. With it, she is quick like lightning and wields it with no conscience. Her other attacks are as deadly as they are delicious. Pizza batter mixed with rubber cement, tempura flakes mixed with gunpowder, projectile attack, flour bomb, the batter lasso, a variation of the ramen roundup noodle noose. Then she's got these nasty little spatulas that she tosses around like shurikens, an ability achieved by complete culinary zen. Batter Dragon! While these attacks sound silly on paper, her opponent should not take her lightly. Her once innocent mind now poisoned with thoughts of vengeance, reckless, evil intent. Oh, the horrible thoughts in her head! She eventually got over it. After her first encounter with Ranma, she soon reclaimed her lost womanhood and ditched that little chip on her shoulder. And it was easy. After all, how long could she continue to hide those things from everybody? Ukyo opened up her own okonomiyaki restaurant, Okonomiyaki Uchan's, right around the corner from the Tendo Dojo. Little by little, she worked her way into the crowd and developed unique relationships with our ragtag group of miscreants. After embracing her womanhood, Ukyo also resumed her courtship of Ranma, thinking herself Ranma's true fiancé. Like many others, she has concocted devious schemes to win over her future husband, but she is not psychotic about it like Shampoo or Kodachi. Even though she carries a giant spatula on her back, she could very well be the most normal, sane character in the Ranma universe. And although she has ulterior motives, she is an awesome friend to Ranma and a loyal and valuable ally should trouble rear its ugly head. Ranma, in turn, does not avoid Ukyo like he does his other fiancées, but rather he goes to her. The two are inseparable buddies, with Ranma looking at Ukyo as just one of the guys. She knows about his Jusenkyo curse, and she accepts it. Ukyo and Akane get along fine, but they are, in reality, enemies. Even though Akane would have us believe she cares not for Ranma, she is extremely possessive of him, and jealous as all hell. If Ukyo gets too flirtatious, the two of them are going to tangle, no doubt. And you wouldn't like Akane Tendo when she's mad.
Yep, cute fiancé meet uncute fiancé.
The quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and while Ukyo opened up her restaurant to be closer to Ranma, Shampoo did the same damn thing with the cat cafe. Ukyo is to Shampoo what Ranma is to Ryoga Hibiki, not bitter enemies, but arch rivals. Both would-be mistresses compete over the same prize, often with catastrophic results. Some people might consider Ranma lucky to have two such gorgeous vixens fight over him, but to be caught in their vicious crossfire is anything but. At times the two have been forced to team up against a common foe, and as a team they work well together, but they both constantly have Ranma on the brain, and could never be true friends. Ukyo and Ryoga. Now there's a complex relationship. Ryoga often goes to Ukyo for guidance, particularly in his courtship of Akane Tendo. Ukyo sees him as a nice yet gullible guy down on his luck, and she helps him out every chance she gets, in attempt to break the bond between Akane and Ranma. Their partnership is a no-brainer, advantageous to both parties involved. On the battlefield, an unbreakable union flattening all in its wake. They smite their foes with the greatest of ease, and make sure to watch each other's backs. Inevitably, good triumphs over evil, and their scheming ends up all for naught, usually due to Ryoga's bungling ways. Nonetheless, they keep trying to one day achieve their impossible goals and win over the loves of their respective lives, not once thinking that their true soulmates just may be closer than they think. Johnny come lately, there's a new kid in town. Her name is Ukyo Kuonji, the master of martial arts okonomiyaki, the Wolfgang Puck of the anime world. A personality as intricate as her secret recipes. Not just a chef, but a culinary artist on par with Da Vinci and Picasso. Her passion shines through each and every incredible edible built by her nimble hands. But there is much more to this lovely lady than her skills with a spatula. On her terms, she can be just one of the guys. On her terms, she can be an Aphrodite among women. She is a most powerful foe, but an even more powerful friend.
Pero si tú no los dejas ni siquiera parpadear. Malagueña, salerosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera. Malagueña salerosa, y decirte, niña hermosa.
This has been a Ranma 1/2 character profile. Special thanks go out to Chocoberry Vanilla, Pigtail Princess, Taioki, Ladies Web, and Amber Angel 999 for the request.